Camp Low.
Thank you. Camp Low, the same album cover that they did, similar style of just people dancing, having a good time. When I look at this, when I look at the cover for this album, and when I listen to the album, like, I want to be there.
Right.
I want to be there. I want to be dancing with these people because this is what they're doing the entire time they're doing this. So I loved it. But yeah, I had a good time. I like the jazz behind everything is cool. The production's solid.
Right. For the listeners out there, this group is from Houston, Texas. Devin the Dude's from Texas. So it's definitely got a Houston Southern rap feel to it. Especially with the way that they flow and the way that they rhyme.
They're a little faster for...
Yeah, they're pretty fast, but the production is very East Coast. It's not too Southern. It doesn't have that bop. It's got those jazzy samples and the pianos and, you know, the horns. It's super dope production. I was really surprised by it. I was surprised at how much I loved all the beats on here.
I think it makes... I mean, without any surprise, I feel like it makes an album fantastic when you can go in without any type of expectation. I didn't know it's mostly, I mean, we're looking at it, the members. You have Devin the Dude, you have Jug Mug, Rob Quest, DJ Styles, I believe, was another producer that
he worked on a lot of the production.
And, you know, like like I said, I can't name Devin the Dude's tracks, but I know of him. But I hadn't heard of Jug Mug. I haven't heard of Rob Quest. And so you go into this album without anything. And I feel like these are one of the seldom times that you are rewarded for ignorance being bliss, I guess. I don't know if I want to say it like that.
And there's no reason for us to even know about this album because even for when it came out, it wasn't really known. It wasn't pushed or promoted by Rap-A-Lot, which was the label that they're assigned to. And Rap-A-Lot at the time in the 90s was one of the biggest record labels out for hip hop. You know, it's a legendary record label coming out of the South. They had artists like Scarface.
Scarface was one that heavily said this album was great. He put it up.
It had Ghetto Boys was on Rap-A-Lot. They had some amazing acts on there, and Devin the Dude obviously did a lot of his solo stuff on Rap-A-Lot. So this is one of the early projects on there, and from what I've read, it looked like Rap-A-Lot didn't even promote it that much for whatever reason. And this is the only album that the group put out under the name Odd Squad. They kind of disbanded after this, and Devin the Dude went to pursue his solo career.
It sounds like they dropped a couple albls. They went
under the Coffee Brothers.
Coffee Brothers,
yeah. And I don't think they're on Rap-A-Lot though.
So I just kept trying to remember the waiting. It's our turn or waiting our turn, and then there was another one that I don't know. They're not really on Spotify though, and they're not. Right. So
yeah. So this is all, you know. These are all projects that probably if you lived in Houston or you lived in Texas, you'd be more aware of them. You know, we're in California, so I think it's a little bit harder for us to discover these albums. It seems pretty regional, these guys, especially Devin the Dude, the Coffee Brothers. If you grew up in Texas, you're probably well aware of all this shit, and you're like, what the fuck? How do you guys not know about this? But yeah, this is both of our first times listening to it, and it's dope. I mean, that's like we said before, this is one of the reasons why we love doing this podcast is because these albums will come up where neither of us have heard about them, and probably most of our listeners haven't heard about it.
I'd put money on that for sure. So, but yeah, man, those are the three of the group, and I don't know, being as young as they are, they all kind of sound similar in the album. And it's not every track you go through and all three of them get a verse. There's a couple where Rob Quest just has the entire song. Sometimes it's just Jug Mug and Devin the Dude. Sometimes it's just Devin the Dude. Right. So, you know, I've listened to this album a handful of times now and I still get it mixed up.